Doing it now. Hey, hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Story Sunday. Chrissy here coming to you live from her home with Laura.
Hi
Just checking
everyone.
that we are live in the group. Yes, we are. We're there. Okay, so yes, this is Laura. She's a fitness instructor from LT Fitness, and she's here to tell us her story. So over to you, lady.
Hi everyone. I've prepared a little bit. I don't want to go on too much. Just to give a bit of a background. So I'm an exercise and music instructor. I've only been qualified for about a month, so I'm quite new to the whole industry. Although I've been into my fitness for a couple of years now, I guess. Um, I'll start off with a general background. I was a fat kid, uh, just putting that out there. I was bullied in school, which obviously did a lot for my confidence, affected me into being a teenager, as a lot of people do, and they get really super conscious about how they look. So I did the whole not eating um, thing for about a year. Had bulimia for a little bit. Also, the whole binge eating thing as well. I've been super fat and I've been too small. Throughout all of that, I didn't do any exercise either, which obviously wasn't a good thing. But that's when I was younger, so I didn't understand the benefits of it at that point. Um, I've also had depression on and off since I was about, well, I guess diagnosed about 16, but probably younger than that, if I'm honest. Relied on alcohol a lot, food, obviously, as a coping mechanism. Obviously, I was put on medication at one point to try and even me out, but I was never really,
Yeah.
truly happy. Um, so, yeah, that's sort of like my background of when I was younger. Um, my passion for fitness in recent years actually started after I had my daughter 3.5 years ago, believe it or not. I started going to a mum and babies Pilates class with her every week. And it was kind of my time just to sort of do something for myself, even though she was there as well,
Yeah.
and sort of kind of get my identity back, which if we've got any mums
Yeah.
listening, that's a massive thing after you've had a baby. You're literally just mum at that point. So yeah, I started doing that. Really enjoyed it. But really, things probably went up a notch during lockdown, as I think lockdown affected
Yeah.
everyone in different ways. But for me personally, I went super into exercising. Like, I probably lost a bit too much weight, if I'm honest. I was doing cardio for 1 to 2 hours a day, um, which is good in a way, but also I ended up
It kind of gets
overtraining.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah. um, but it was the only thing, yeah, that was keeping me going at that point, especially
Yeah.
being with a 2-year-old who was going through tantrums and who wasn't used to being stuck in the house. And I'm also a very outdoorsy person. There's only so
Yeah.
many times you can walk a dog around the same circuit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
We all
um,
struggle through lockdown. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we all struggled. But that was my coping mechanism, was doing the exercise.
Yeah.
And at that point, I decided to do a fitness course. I was like, do you know what? I'm really enjoying this. I want other mums to be able to have
Yeah.
fitness to help them get through difficult times. And I never went into being an instructor to help people lose weight.
No.
That's not what it is for me. It's about people having that little bit of time just to focus on something, and it's about boosting mental health. Like, a lot of people don't do any exercise, and after they have, you get this enormous sense of achievement. and long term, obviously, it helps with depression. I feel the best I've ever felt in my whole life, and that is because I do exercise regularly. Like, I can
Yeah,
hand on my heart say that.
yeah, it does nice for your mental health as well as your physical.
Yeah,
So yeah, I found that out. I never
exactly.
realised how much of an impact it had
Yeah,
until then. So yeah.
I don't think people do, and I think people just assume that, oh yeah, exercise is for people that want to lose weight, and it's not. It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I am now. So that was a very short summary of
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
I started LT Fitness about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago now. I'm still learning. Every day's a
Yeah.
school day, but I love what I do. I love
Yeah.
I love the fact that people can come to a class and it's their time to do something, and they
I'm
feel
actually gutted.
stronger normally when they leave. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gutted I missed your class this morning, but yeah, it was a given, wasn't it?
yeah,
I will be at the next
alcohol
one.
is not the best helper
No,
when it comes to exercise on a Sunday morning, that's for sure. But
no.
as a
That's so
side
true.
note, I gave up alcohol about 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so much better for it. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it
that
was.
everyone should give up alcohol. Like,
No.
life's about moderation and balance, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do feel
But
a
I
lot better
actually,
for it.
I hadn't had any for a while, like up until last night, and then I just had a bit of a blowout. Um,
Went for it.
and well, I didn't have the intention of doing that. I really did. I literally had like my brother brought along like 4 cans of Thatchers, and I drank those, and then I saw a crate of Rattlers on the floor. So I was like, oh my god, do I avoided them for most of the night, and then I had 2 bottles afterwards. But then because I haven't drank like for a couple of months, as you, it's like it's just
Yeah,
hit me. I'm like, oh my god. And then I think my brother gave
yeah.
me a shot of Jaeger, and I'm like, oh dear, that was the devil.
It all went downhill
That
from
was a
there.
mistake. Yeah. But it was a great night. So yeah. But no, alcohol does nothing for you. I don't think it does anything for you mentally
It
or
doesn't.
physically.
No.
No, it
Yeah.
just masks things and just yeah. It tastes good, yeah, but
Other
no,
than
it's
that,
not good for you in the long run.
no.
No. Right, I've got a few quick fire questions for you. We can have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
So it's like it's yes or no, or it's this or that sort of thing. So like, okay, I'll start with Marmite. Yes or no?
No. Definitely no.
No. Pi-
No.
Pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza?
Yes, sometimes. Depends what
Yeah.
mood I'm in.
I already know the answer to this, but sweet or savoury?
Sweet most of the time, yeah. I love cake.
Yeah, well, that was one. There's one here that's saying crystal cake, and it's going to be cake, isn't it?
Cake is my weakness. Cake is something I won't give up. I refuse to give up cake.
Then why do you need to? You don't need to give up
I
cake.
don't know. No. Life's too short. You got to have something.
Morning or night person?
I'd like to be a morning person, but I think I'm a night person, unfortunately. I've got a
Yeah.
class at 6 tomorrow, though, so I've got no choice.
6 in the morning.
Woo! Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
One of those mornings I'm hoping Scarlett is going to wake me up early just to get me out of bed, to be honest.
Yeah. This is the time that she doesn't know, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I think I'll be all right because I know that I'll be getting up for other people as opposed to I can't get up and exercise for myself in the morning.
No.
I just can't do it.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs, definitely.
Summer or
Mine is currently
winter?
scratching on the door to come in. So
Oh. Summer or winter?
summer,
Yeah.
hate the cold. Yeah.
Okay, so I've just got a few last questions to. Yeah, one habit you've broken or created in the past,
One
well,
habit
like recently. Yeah,
broken
yeah,
or
yeah,
created.
yeah, a new one
Um,
recently, or like in the past year or whatever, or just one that you just want to share.
well, for habits I've created, there's many. Obviously, exercising regularly, giving up the alcohol. I also went vegetarian a few months ago as well.
How are you finding it? How are you finding?
Yeah, don't miss me at all. Yeah,
no.
no.
And as you said, the alcohol one's nice and like it's not easy. Well, is the temptation still there? Do you find it hard with the alcohol?
No,
No.
because I just well, I guess for a start, I've not been in any situations that have meant that I would be pressured into drinking it.
Yeah.
We did have an evening with the neighbours last night.
Yeah.
And I just had a coffee, which I know sounds really boring to some people.
No.
But it meant that I was in bed by 9, doing a bit of work as opposed to drinking too much.
Much more productive, aren't you?
Yeah, I got up this morning and just cracked on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
as opposed to feeling dead for the half the day.
Is there any habit you want to break or create? Like, well, I know you're already doing it right now, but yeah.
I would love to create the habit of getting up early and working out. I really would.
Yeah.
I would love to be one of those people that can get up and work out
then
early.
It's really hard because you've got Scarlett, and you know I can understand. Like, I really feel for you sometimes when she gets you up at 4 o'clock. But then when you get up and work out, or when you get up with the intention to do that, there's a little being around with you, and she needs to just keep. She's just there and wants to help. So it's awkward, isn't it? So maybe in
especially if you're into weights.
Yeah.
Weights flinging around with 3-year-olds is not a good idea.
Well, even with a 13-year-old, come on, we found that out before when my 13-year-old gave me concussion to start, a few months ago. I wasn't even working out. He just decided to play around with my kettlebell, which are now all upstairs in my room. So away from him.
Good shout. No, but then I guess that's part of creating a healthy lifestyle is obviously you've got to create good habits. We all know that. But you've also got to find something that fits into your lifestyle. So for me, I'm quite lucky that my other half will, like after I've put my daughter to bed, he'll let me go out and not let me, but you know what I mean. He'll be happy for me to go out and train in the evening before we sit down in the evening. And I'm quite lucky that I've got the motivation or the discipline, should I say?
See, I admire you do that. Like at the end of the day, you work out. Yeah, I know I'm done. I literally am done. I need to get up and do it beforehand. But the other day, it's just like, well, I woke up early with the intention to work out, and I just felt rubbish. So I got up, I had my breakfast, and then I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to do it now. So it was just like you've got to kind of swap and change and give yourself flexibility to actually do the things. You've got to make it easy for yourself. If you make it hard, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. And that's another thing that I try to say to people, is that like exercise, although it is going to be hard, it shouldn't be a chore. Like I think if you're finding something like that hard, you really don't want to do it, then you probably need to find something else to do. Like try a whole host of different things. Like try dance classes, try HIIT classes. You might be one of those weirdos that likes it. I quite like it, but not many people do. Like maybe you're into Nordic walking or whatever it's called, like going up hills and stuff. Like you need to try all of it. There will be something for you, but you need to get yourself moving. And you need to do it before. I know it sounds really dire, but you need to do it before you get too old. Because I mean, it's never too late to start exercising, but
you do get limited.
The earlier you start, the earlier you start, the earlier you see the benefits. You hear about so many people that take falls and they don't come back from it because they literally just don't have the mobility and the flexibility to get themselves back up. And again, it sounds really dire, but you know, you've got to try and fix that before it becomes a problem.
Well, you kind of
that went like really like low really quickly, didn't it? Also, exercise is fun. Just do the exercise because it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've already kind of answered. What's your favourite exercise? Your
No, I
favourite
don't
one?
think I have a favourite exercise. I
No.
used to be like I say, cardio like was my
Yeah.
thing. Like
Yeah.
literally, people knew me as the cardio queen. But yeah, since I started lifting weights probably about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and it's just a different feeling.
Yeah.
I really think everyone should try lifting weights. And when it sounds quite daunting when you say it like that. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like everyone has to go and start doing 20
No.
kilo barbell squats. Like
Yeah.
the benefits of weightlifting is just
It's the sense of
for your
accomplishment, isn't it?
confidence,
Yeah.
um, as well as obviously body composition benefits.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to have biceps like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would
It builds
suggest for
your
everyone
confidence.
to try.
Yeah, it builds your
Yeah,
confidence. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, and you just feel stronger in general, mentally and
you do.
physically. So yeah,
You really do.
I like lifting weights, even though like the biggest weight, well, the heaviest weight I have is a 5 kilo weight, and that's it. I don't use any. I haven't used. I need to get some bigger ones because I'm getting to the stage now where I can use them. Yeah, I can. I need bigger. I need bigger weights. But it's just
Yeah,
like
obviously it depends how
it
you
doesn't
use
matter
them.
what you lift.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
sometimes you
yeah,
don't
it's
need
always
heavy weights, and
no.
heavy for one person is different to what's heavy for another person. So
Yeah,
um, it's not about comparison either. It's just testing your body in a different way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got another again. We've already kind of answered that in what we've spoke about and what does exercise do for you, and that's just in general, isn't it? It just makes well, I'm not going to answer for you, but yeah, just if you want to recap or summarize.
I'll go.
Um,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, I've got to be honest. Like everyone, I started exercise. Other than the identity, gaining back an identity, I started it for aesthetic reasons. I started to lose. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to look better. Um, but now, other than that, like I have to exercise because if I don't, then I know. It's got to a point where my other half says, like, have you done something today? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, I know. You need to go and do something. Like literally, he
yeah,
just forces me to go out and do it because he can
yeah,
tell
yeah,
that I'm just in that, at that
yeah,
level, and I'm just miserable and
yeah,
snappy and horrible. And then I go and do some exercise. I come back and I'm like,
yeah.
right, I'm back again. Right, what are we doing? Yeah. So
Yeah,
literally,
well, it's your you time as well, isn't it? Because you go and do it in your garage, don't you, or whatever. So it's
yeah,
like it's your you time
yeah,
away from everything, and it's mine as well. Before I start the day, before the stresses of everything comes in, that half an hour at the moment, like, yeah, I'm probably going to go to an hour in the morning, depending on what program I start next. But that half an hour is just purely for me, and that's it. That's all it is. And that's
yeah,
yeah. But no, so mentally it helps you kind of as you said throughout the line, mentally exercise helps you mentally more than physically, well, just as much as physically. So it's
it does.
yeah, so yeah, those are kind of all the questions I have.
Cool.
I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else you want to add?
I
Yeah.
don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm sure there's many things I could say, but
No, that's all
yeah.
good. It's all good. Yeah. What classes have you got on? Because we do have people that live around Evesham.
So I've got my own class that I do on a Sunday morning, which may or may not work for people. Um, it's called Body Beats. So it's all about using music and the beats of the music to move your body to. So it's supposed to be a bit of fun,
Yeah.
but you will get a sweat on as well.
Yeah.
So that's going well. And then I do classes at a couple of gyms locally, one in Evesham and one in Honeybourne.
Yeah.
Like weights classes and like just group training classes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
It's really good fun. I'm so happy that I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will get there. It'll be good. I will put a link to your business page on this post as well.
Great, thank
or
you.
comment. So yeah, that's Laura. Yay!
Cool.
Cool. I will. Oh God, end the broadcast. Right. Yeah. So
Great.
we'll see you next Sunday, everybody. And yeah. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Bye.